Do you see it saying recording started?
Yep, I see it.
Okay, so now you know. All right. How you doing, Red? Thank you for coming on The Argument. How are you?
Great. Thanks for having me, Toddy.
Well, it's really great because we've been planning this for a while, but I know that you weren't feeling well.
Yeah, I had the plague.
Yeah. A lot of people have come, like, I've heard so many people this year have come down with it, and they've either caught like pneumonia or they've caught COVID, but it's been something with the breathing for sure.
Yeah, mine started with that super flu, strep throat, and then I ended up with pneumonia. So it took like a
Yeah.
month.
Yeah, man, it's horrible. And the country I know has gone through like this incredible weather where it's been extremely cold, just so cold for the majority of the country. Even places that don't support that, they don't have the infrastructure to support extreme cold, and it kind of shuts down that part of the country when
Yep.
it does get too cold. So.
It's been raining here. We don't get snow here ever, but it's been getting so cold that we're getting ice, which is not normal. And the power lines are breaking because over the weight. We're not used to it.
Right. Wow. Sometimes I think that the world's just inside out and upside down, that Carly Simon song. So talking about, okay, let's start there, because what this show is about is basically we're just having a conversation about growing up. I grew up in the 70s and you grew up in the 80s. Am I right?
Yep. So, mostly 80s, little bit of 70s.
Yeah, so I was born in 63. So
I was born in 74.
Yeah, so there you go. So about 10 years apart. So talking about that. So like what song that you think about takes you back to like your most favorite time?
Oh gosh, there's so many, but I think a lot of the Def Leppard songs kind of take me straight to teenagehood. Like Love Bites. That was always on my playlist.
Right. Okay. Cool. Very cool.
And some AC/DC, of course. Because I mean, you have to have AC/DC.
Yep. Yeah. Have you ever seen them in concert, any of those bands?
No, I saw Van Hagar, actually.
Me too.
And I saw George Thorogood. And I saw Alice in Chains. And that's about it. I didn't go to many concerts.
No, I went to a lot of concerts, but I only saw the one that you said that you saw. I never saw Alice in Chains and George Thorogood. I saw Van Hagar twice. Not Van Halen.
They're great.
Yeah. I didn't really care for Van Halen so much because I didn't like David Lee Roth. I just didn't. He was just too in your face, too annoying and obnoxious for me, in my opinion. Where I really like Sammy Hagar. One of my favorite songs is "Give to Live." Have you ever heard that?
That's a great song.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a great song.
So, I just remembered. I saw 10,000 Maniacs.
Okay,
that was a great concert.
Very cool. Yeah. So, was rock would be the most prominent music?
Well, I kind of listen to everything, but classic rock, and then I hate calling it classic, but classic rock.
I was going to say, what determines classic rock? So what am I, ancient rock?
We're ancient. And a little bit of pop.
And pop?
Yeah, a little bit of pop, like Michael Jackson and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, George Michael and Wham. Wham!
Oh, yeah.
So I remember when I was listening, when my dad and my mom would do the swap, like, because my parents were divorced, so they would do the swap. They'd drive halfway. I always felt like my mom drove further. And then we were able to listen to what we wanted to listen to in my mom's car, but in my dad's car, he was pretty strict, and we would listen to like Edie Gourmet and who is she married to? Edie Lawrence and Steve Gourmet or whatever. It's Steve and Edie.
Yep.
And then we'd hear he'd play Tom Jones, which we liked. We liked Tom Jones.
I still like Tom Jones.
Right? Yeah, me too. And yeah, the man can rock. And so there's a lot of songs, and I remember them saying that these songs were that they were like the songs that they grew up in. I'm thinking like this elevator music, like that's never gonna happen. I always had that in my mind. Seriously, I always had that in my mind. And I'm like, there's no way this song will ever be on an easy listening to station as I'm growing up listening to these songs. And these songs are now on like these easy listening to stations like Guns N' Roses. How do you put Guns N' Roses on an easy listening to station? You know what
Yep.
I'm saying?
I was in the grocery store and I heard Sweet Child of Mine, the Muzak version. Like, what's happening?
Yeah, it's funny. That's really funny. So
That'll
yeah.
make me feel old in a quickness, I'll tell you.
So were there any like who did you have hanging on your wall, if you had anybody hanging on your wall? Which pop
Oh,
icon
that
of your
was John Bon Jovi and Sebastian Bach.
Okay, so you went right there. I went to I had teeny boppers like when I was younger, obviously. So I had Donny Osmond and I had Leif Garrett, and yeah, that was
Yep.
Donny Osmond and Leif Garrett. Because I was a bit older, right? So when it came to Bon Jovi and Sebastian Bach, he's in what's the name of the not
Skid
Scorpions,
Row.
Skid Row, right. So and I remember the hair bands. The hair bands were like Poison, Skid Row, Cinderella,
Yep.
Rat. Yeah,
Those were
yeah,
the
right,
best.
right. The hair bands.
That's what my walls look like. Guys with long hair, eyeliner, and tight pants.
Really? So were you Motley Crue
I like them too.
and Kiss? Or Kiss
I
was
like
before
Kiss.
your time? But Kiss was a little bit, that would have been a little bit before your time. Because Kiss, when I started hearing about Kiss, I want to say I was in, it's about 14 or 15.
Yeah, I was a
So,
little bit older, but yeah, like Kiss and Scorpions and things, and even AC/DC, they were all a little bit older, but my parents were listening to it. So I got to
oh,
listen to it
okay,
too.
yeah. Right. Yeah.
Oh,
So,
I almost forgot about Aerosmith. I saw them in concert, but it was less than 10 years ago. I took my mom before she passed. That was like her bucket list item. So I took her to Aerosmith when they came here. And it was one of their last concerts before they retired. And it was fantastic.
I saw Aerosmith with, I saw them in Baltimore, I want to say, or somewhere in Maryland. Uh, and who the Black Crows opened for them.
Oh, I would have loved to seen them. I love them.
Yeah, I actually have some pictures of Chris Robinson
Oh,
and
wow.
yeah, backstage pictures of Chris Robinson and stuff. So
When I saw
uh,
Aerosmith, I think Living Color opened for them.
oh really?
Yeah.
That's weird. So that's weird.
Yeah, it
You
was
wouldn't
kind of
think that.
wild.
Yeah, but they did that one. Didn't they do? They did a song with Run DMC. Didn't they do? Didn't
I
they
don't think
do?
so. They did that Cult of Personality song. They're almost a one-hit wonder, but they're like a three-hit wonder.
I thought that Aerosmith did that song. They did a song
Oh, Aerosmith. Yeah, they did. Walk This Way with Run
with
DMC.
yeah. Who
Yeah,
did it? Yeah.
I thought you meant in
So
Living Color.
no. But that's why I think that In Living Color might have opened for them. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe of
Yeah,
that little crossover. Because In Living Color, that was more of a pop band, right?
they were kind of like, I think they were classified as like skater metal, sort of.
Oh,
I don't know. They
okay.
were their own thing, kind of. They're an oddball.
Okay. Well, I clearly don't know what I'm talking about
No,
here.
you remember they were those guys with the long dreadlocks and wearing like skater shorts, but they had the guitars. It was very odd.
No, okay, so skater rock, yes.
Yep.
Okay, so like Butthole Surfers.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay,
I love them, by the way.
I like that one song that they do. Like I love that one song that they do where the whole song like changes up and stuff. You know what I'm talking about? The
Oh, I
song
know
that
which
they're
one you're
most
talking about.
famous for. The one they were most famous for,
Yeah, and
right?
I can't remember the name of it, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
Mhm. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, songs definitely have inspired me in more ways than maybe your average bear, only because I remember that I used to perform in the garage by myself, you know, to I forgot what I would have a vacuum cleaner I think I used as my microphone, you know. I would like scream the Osmond stuff and do all the dances and stuff. Seriously, I would put on a show for myself.
Don't you wish we had videos of stuff from back then so we could look back at that?
No, 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 no. I'm glad we didn't have videos back then. Are you kidding me? I'm glad. And you know, I
No
used to
evidence.
have the perfect imitation. Seriously, I used to have the perfect imitation of the Donny Osmond voice. No lie, perfectly. I used to sing. No lie, and I could still get away with it. The other day, I was singing "Puppy Love," and I'm like, I still got it.
Oh
Serious.
man, I can't carry a tune with a backpack.
Uh,
But you write, don't you? You write songs?
well, yeah, I haven't written in a minute, but yeah, I used to write more than songs. I used to write scripts, and I've written a couple books that I actually that are on Kindle.
I read your book,
Which one?
both of them. The ones
Oh,
that are on Amazon. I read both of those.
yeah. I think I need help with grammar for sure, but I think my stories are pretty good.
I liked it. And that was
I,
before I knew you. That was before I even saw your videos, actually.
really, I appreciate that.
Yep.
Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Yeah, so I used to write, and I've struggled with that, and I've let that be known that writing had taken so much of my life, and I gave it, and I loved it, and I loved the relation. I love everything that writing gave me because it gave me um so much. It gave me creativity, it gave me dreams, it gave me hopes, it gave me a place to go to when I didn't have another place. I could create a world, and you know, like we had just talked about before we got online with like Archie Bunker and stuff like that. It's
Yeah,
because of that writing, and always inspired me that if I write something, make sure that there's always some sort of message in there for that's going to be positive. And it was because
exactly.
of shows like that. So I've always that have that. And I mean, I still have the scripts that I've written, and I've come close a few times, and I've had two things done. One, unfortunately, was and I was fine with it. I didn't really write it so much as it was a sitcom in the UK, and I kind of just like helped with the character and polished up some lines and such.
You
but
know, you might want to resubmit some of those.
yeah, I have no desire to sit and write them anymore. You know what I mean? Like so like everything that I've written more or less um it, like there's 3 episodes to a television show. So it would be the pilot episode, and then it would be 2 episodes to really get you guys like hooked into investing in these people and these characters. And I feel like I do that. I mean, if anybody ever said, "Hey, Toddy, can I read your scripts?" And yes, you can read my scripts. You know what I'm saying? So that would be the only way that I would do that. I'm not trying to submit my stuff anymore.
I
I
think
feel
you
like,
should. I mean,
yeah, but
times are
that
changing,
takes,
and
yeah, but that takes the work, and I don't have, I you know, I don't have that in me, that umph anymore to do that. I found that I enjoy what I'm doing online here, and I like to think like putting out some good positive stuff, but I just don't have the desire like I did to sit and write like I did. But if somebody, you know, said, "Hey, can I read something that you've written?" Yeah, and if somebody said, "Hey, I'd like to take this further, is that okay?" Yeah, because I once upon a time ago would have committed to 10 seasons of a show or 10 series of a show, and now it's like, no, man, you can have my 3 episodes
Well,
and
your ambitions lie elsewhere.
exactly, exactly. And to be honest, I can't sit up and write like I used to because of what's going on with the Lyme and um
Right.
the nerve damage in the left side of my ear that goes down to the shoulder. So it hurts sometimes to actually hold my head up. So to sit and write is
Oh, for
difficult
hours and hours
anymore.
and hours.
Yeah, and I used to love that. And I had to get rid of one of my guitars just last week. Not that I had to, but because it was a third body, so it wasn't quite a full size body. It was a 1/3 body, so it made it easier to play it, and it was a little it was a Taylor GS Mini, and I really wanted that guitar, and I got that guitar in 2017, and I loved it. I loved it. It was one of the first things I bought myself when I uh, closed on my first real estate deal, and I bought it, and I just basically got rid of it a week ago because I just couldn't play it anymore. I have to play even a smaller guitar. So now I'm playing like a Taylor Baby and a Martin, a little small Martin. Yeah. So, but uh,
Well, you do what you can,
that's
You have
exactly
to
right.
be accommodating to yourself and be kind to your body.
You got to enjoy it, absolutely. So I just don't feel like I enjoy writing. If it ever comes back, I will definitely embrace it with all my heart. But
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
think we got to
gonna.
have passion for what we do. If the passion's not
Absolutely.
there, it won't
Yeah,
come out as
absolutely.
good as you want it to.
Absolutely. Absolutely so. Absolutely so. I agree. So let's get into some of this stuff. Let's see what's going on, or what used to be, what we can remember, what we don't remember. But let me ask you this, because it would be ignorant for me not to ask you. What would be the show that you most remember as a kid? What did you have to run home and just watch on television? What show was that?
Well, if we're talking about when I was a little kid, that would be cartoons. But if we're
Mhm.
talking about teenager, it was Beverly Hills 90210. Couldn't miss an episode.
Right, right. So that was definitely a show that stands out. And that, I think, was the first soap opera for kids, basically. And
Yep.
what's funny was, before that, I actually came up with an idea of a soap opera for kids. Seriously, all
Wow.
those years ago. And I used to write it when I used to work at a drop off laundry service. Like, so they did the wash, dry, and fold, and the dry cleaning at a different facility, but people can come and drop their clothes off, and you tag their clothes, put it in a bag, and go ahead and send it for cleaning, and then come back on the hangers, and people would come for their clothes. So, and that store took a while for it to like pick up on business, so I spent a lot of time writing that script there. But we're talking about, oh my god, probably 45 years ago, easy. So that was a really long
Wow.
time ago. Yeah, it was crazy, crazy. But yep. And then they came out with like Dawson's Creek. Were you a Dawson's Creek fan?
I never watched that one.
What about the One Tree Hill?
I didn't watch that one either. I was like
And
Beverly Hills, and then Melrose
yeah,
Place was
so the
another
other one
one.
was Melrose. The other one was Melrose Place, right? I
Yep.
think I liked Melrose Place. I think I liked the characters better on Melrose Place, but I was older. And then there was another show that came on uh, where people went nuts over it, and I forget what that one was. And that was probably, I don't know, 25 or 30 years ago. Uh, anyway,
I
what
mean, I
about
remember watching Dynasty in Dallas. Those weren't for kids, but I liked them anyway. I wasn't supposed to watch it, but I did.
yeah, those were crazy. I remember um, Dallas, was it, or
Who shot
Dynasty?
JR?
No, see, who was when the kid came out as gay? I think that was Dynasty when the gay son came out, because it was a huge deal at the bar at the time, at the club that I used to go to.
I
So
think that
they
was
had a
Dynasty.
television room. Yeah, I think it was Dynasty, because I remember I think it was John Forsythe. He was the dad, right? Wasn't that John
Right.
Forsythe?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was Colby. Was that the gay
Yeah, the
kid?
Colbys.
Yeah. Okay, so that was the last name. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I think that I liked always kind of like sitcoms more, like comedy a little bit more. I think that I liked that.
Oh, same here. I watched like Family Ties, Growing Pains,
Yeah,
um,
yeah,
Different Strokes, Facts of
yeah,
Life, Laverne and
right.
Shirley, Happy Days.
Yeah, Happy Days, Brady Bunch, Partridge Family.
Yep.
That was and I got into the Monkees when I was a kid, and Leave It to Beaver. That was a little before my time, but I remember it was on UHF channels, which would be the syndication channels as
Yep.
we
Oh my
yeah.
gosh. VHF, UHF. That I
Yep.
forgot all about that.
And remember my favorite show growing up as a kid, when I say, kid, I mean as a kid, it was like the courtship of Betty's father. So like that was like 5, 6, 7 years old. When I got older, it was like the Dick Van Dyke Show and All in the Family for sure.
Mary
So
Tyler Moore.
Mary Tyler Moore was brilliant. I was just watching a thing on Mary Tyler Moore and the person that she was and stuff. What a great ensemble too! Like all of the cast of the Mary Tyler Moore show had
Icon.
had went on. They all went on to great success.
Yep, all of them.
All of
I
them,
mean, they're all like iconic level.
exactly. Cloris Leachman, Rhoda,
Betty
uh,
White,
Betty White, um,
who's like
uh,
my favorite human
Ted
being
Knight.
ever.
Ted Knight,
Yeah.
Lou Asner, the Love Boat guy. I mean, come on,
Oh gosh, Love Boat. That brings back memories too.
right? But that's Gavin McLeod. So I mean, we know him from the Mary Tyler Moore show. They were all like amazing,
All of
successful
them.
people. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like we just named the whole cast,
And almost
and
all of them had a spin-off too.
exactly that's what I'm saying. Like they absolutely did, and not really a spinoff to the Mary Tyler Moore show. Though Asner had the Lou Asner, I think, show, but then he went on to just do brilliant things. Um,
Oh yeah.
but yeah,
And what's that? Betty White in Golden Girls. That's like one of the
yeah,
best shows ever.
yep. So I mean, but that's not really a spinoff off. But what I'm saying is, and I think what we're saying is, these actors just had great careers afterwards because they were just brilliant actors. You know what I'm
It was
saying?
just the right combination of people that were all going to be icons later on, and they put them all together in one
Yep.
place.
Yep.
Pretty
I
awesome.
agree. I agree. I agree.
I almost forgot one show that I would not miss a single episode of, and that was Three's Company, because I love
Mm,
John Ritter.
yeah, I remember Three's Company. Now, were you disappointed after Chrissy left the show?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I
And
was at first, but I ended up liking it later on when they put Terry in there. But I didn't like the other one, Cindy, who the klutz. I didn't
right,
find her
right,
funny.
right, 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 right. I liked the show, and it was all right with me until Norman fell, and what's the woman? I forget her
Oh, the
name.
Ropers.
The Ropers, when they like, I think that, and I love Don Knotts. Like I love Don Knotts. I loved him in Andy Griffith, the Andy Griffin Show, and I
Yep.
loved him in The Incredible Mr. Lippet, where he becomes a fish.
And all the
So
Herbie movies.
yes, and in the Disney movies, that's right. Yeah, absolutely. That's correct. That's correct. So what is your favorite movie?
Oh, of all time, it's a Disney movie, Beauty and the Beast. That's like my all-time favorite, but that's not from the 80s. If we go to the 80s, it's The Lost Boys.
Oh, really? I just
I
kind of
love the
saw
Lost
the
Boys.
Lost Boys playing in the background the other day because I had watched Rumblefish and The Outsiders, and then the Lost Boys came on. So you love the Lost Boys.
I do, and I'm a little bit biased because they filmed it here in Santa Cruz, nearby where I live. And when I was a little kid, while they were filming it, my dad and I were actually extras. They edited us out. We weren't actually in the movie, but we were extras there on the boardwalk.
Wow,
Yeah. So I have
that's
a
really
special
cool.
connection to it. So I love that. But I love the movie anyway. It's just a good movie.
Right, right. Wow, wow, very cool. All right, well, I want to bring up something here on stage. So, all right, let's go back and we're going to talk about what did you have in there?
Kool-Aid.
What color? What flavor?
They're red, cherry. Always. And I still have that picture, by the way.
That's a great picture because when you put it down, it keeps it all snug. Like there's, you know what I mean? Like you can flip that upside down and you're not losing any kind of liquid out of there.
Yep, best picture ever made. I still have mine and I still use it.
And what's in it now?
Iced tea. Times change, but yeah, I don't drink Kool-Aid anymore, but
I
or
do.
Tang.
Sometimes I drink the apple Kool-Aid or the remember Weiler's? That was the best. Weiler's
Yeah,
apple.
they
That
had
was
good
the best.
lemonade too.
My ninth grade math teacher turned me on to the Weiler's Kool-Aid. That was the best the Weiler's flavored apple.
Yum. And then remember Crystal Light?
Yeah, I couldn't drink that because it I don't do well with the fake sugars.
See, I have to have the fake sugar. I'm diabetic. But
Yeah,
I
I
wasn't when I
can't.
was
It
a
gives me
kid, so
headaches. It gives me headaches, the fake sugar.
yeah, I'm
So
kind of used to it. I didn't like the taste of it at first, but I'm used to it now. I can't tell. But I give somebody else my soda and they take the wrong one by accident. They're like, ugh, gross.
right, right, right. Because it makes it even more sweet, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's a lot
Sweeter.
sweeter.
Yeah, I don't like that. All right. So let's go here. Okay. So do you remember this?
Oh, yes. I've had many injuries from that and other
Do you,
playground equipment.
do you remember when the poles lifted off the ground?
Yes, that was good times.
Do you know anybody that died from the poles that lifted off the ground? I don't.
I don't. I can't say I know anyone that died from it.
But I remember the feeling when it lifted off the ground, for sure, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I think there's a code that you have to do it now, like it's got to have concrete or something, and I'm not too sure
Yeah,
it should be
safety
metal.
measures. We didn't have safety measures or seat belts or
They
anything.
didn't care about us. They didn't give a fuck.
No helmets. They're like, you deal
This
with it. Oh,
person's
you're
out here at
bleeding?
night. You see this kid, this kid's out. These kids are out here at night. You know, they're out.
Oh, you're fine. Rub some dirt on it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the dirt's right there, perfect for them. Yeah.
We had
Right.
like the most dangerous stuff ever. Oh my gosh.
So, do you remember the Dixie cups in the bathroom? We
I
had them in my house.
do.
I had blue and white. What color did you have?
We had like the pink and blue flowered ones.
Okay. And I mean, they were perfect for just rinsing your mouth, or
Yep,
you
for brushing your
could put
teeth.
mouthwash in there. But I didn't use mouthwash at such a young age that we were using the Dixie cups. I did the water and swooshed it for when I was
Yep.
brushing my teeth and stuff.
And when
So
we were out of cups, you stick your mouth underneath the faucet.
yes, 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 yes.
Wow.
Okay. So do you know what these are? Can you see what they
Are
are?
those trapper keepers?
Yes, they're trapper keepers. So they're
Oh,
binders for those people that don't know. If somebody from the 20 and later
hey,
comes
every
up.
time I hear the sound of Velcro, I think of a trapper keeper.
Yeah, so these were these were the things that we used as notebooks. They're cool. They were only for the cool kids, more or less. And they had things that would keep our pens and our like it had these pockets that velcroed in, and
And
they were
little
little dividers.
pouches.
Our personal like office. that we would take with us and made us feel really important. And
Yep.
the expression would be on the outside of it, kind of like a lunchbox. But when we were too cool for a lunchbox and had to have that brown sack, the paper bag, because that was cooler. This was how we made up for it.
Status symbol.
Yeah, right. Did you have a
Mine,
lunchbox? Did you have a lunchbox?
I did have a lunchbox. It was the Smurfs.
Ah, okay, okay.
But my
I'm th-
Trapper Keeper had Lisa Frank like unicorns all over it.
right, right. Okay, I know what Lisa Frank's brand is. Yeah,
Glitter
with
and
the
sparkly
rainbow.
shit.
Right, right. And I think I probably had an Osmond lunchbox if I ever had a lunchbox. Maybe Scooby Doo. Man, can you imagine what that'd be worth today with the thermoses
Oh, big bucks.
and and yeah, I'm pretty sure. And then I graduated to brown paper bags, and
Yep.
I had usually just a plain. I had a plain notebook. My preference is a spiral notebook with the college line paper, but the perforated edges before you got to the spiral part. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
yeah.
Yeah, that was what I preferred.
Yeah, I think we used lunch boxes until we were about 11 or 12, and then it wasn't cool anymore. You're a
Right,
baby if you used a lunch box, so then we had to use the paper sack.
right, right, right. Very cool. Yep. Okay. Do you remember? Did you use one?
I did. I rode my bike to school, and my dad had to cut off 3 or 4 of those things because I lost my key.
You know what's funny is like that was sufficient back then. What changed? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that
Oh, you
was so
can't put a bike
sufficient back
anywhere
then.
now.
No, I mean that's a joke. Yeah, you can't. What are you trying to
No
lock up with
way.
that?
And I had a shoelace around my neck with 2 keys on it, one to the house for being a latchkey kid, and the other one was my bike lock
Wow.
until I
I
lost them.
I remember the first time my mom gave me a key to the house, and I wasn't wearing it around my neck. I'm not gonna. I just didn't. You know, but I kept it in my pocket. I always carried a wallet, so I kept it in my wallet. But yeah, I remember that. That was funny. And also, we used to carry a brush in our back pocket.
Yep,
Did you go through that phase?
absolutely.
Man,
Well,
our
mine was a
after
pick
dirt.
because I had
What?
I had a horrible spiral perm, and I used to carry a pick in my back pocket.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Very cool. Very cool. But remember that? Remember the hairbrushes in the back pocket?
Yep,
That was funny. Yeah.
everybody had one of those, even people that had short hair.
Yep. Yep. Do you remember these
Oh
jams?
my gosh,
Oh,
yes.
wait a minute. It's getting too far ahead of me. Jams. So I remember jams. I used to wear, because, I'm from Florida, and I used to wear like the surf shorts and the Deckers, the shoes that had the flip flops. I still have a pair that
Yep,
have the there were flip flops and they were mostly black, but if you looked at the side, they had the colors in between.
yep. Some of them had that rainbow thing on the side.
Exactly, exactly. I used to wear them. The brand that I had was Deckers. I think I have like Reefs now, like the Reefs. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think I actually got mine at Target, and my pair is probably, I don't know, like 5 or 6 years old at least, and I love them. They're so comfortable because you could wear them without the reef ones. Sometimes would bother in between my toes. So, but yeah, I used to
Yep.
like that. There's a lot going on with these jams, if I'm honest with you, right?
Yeah, they're a little loud.
And that's pre SpongeBob, guys. You wonder where SpongeBob got its inspiration? There you go. Okay, so
Oh,
that was something that was so true. Tell me, do you remember?
oh, of course. And I unfortunately started smoking when I was about 15. Everyone did. And not that it makes it okay, but everyone did, and I did. And we smoked everywhere, in the grocery store, in the doctor's office, in McDonald's, wherever. Actually, my very first job I got as a waitress or hostess, I had to seat people in the restaurant, and the question was always smoking or non-smoking.
Right, right. I remember before that when there wasn't smoking or non-smoking. I remember that.
It was just smoking or chain smoking.
It was just you smoked or you didn't smoke. And then it became where they had to have the designated areas. So I remember that. But on a plane, I remember that it was always like the last three seats, the last three aisles, and on the bus, it would be the last three aisles. And when I say bus, like Greyhound bus. So, but I remember taking one of the last flights that they had was smoking. It was international. I think that they had stopped. Wait a minute. I was flying to Austria. I'm sorry. And I think that they stopped allowing smoking on the domestic flights at that point. But over so many hours, you could still smoke. And now you just can't smoke at all. And I remember that. And yeah, it was something else. That was something else. You smoked everywhere. And there were commercials that made you think that it was sophisticated, right? Seriously.
Yep, like Virginia Slims. They made it look glamorous.
That's what I used to. Oh, I used to smoke Benson and Hedges Ultra Deluxe Menthol. That's what I used to smoke.
I smoked Marlboro menthols.
Wow. The last cigarettes that I smoked were Sherman menthol lights, like the Shermans. Woke
Oh,
up this
wow.
morning with a Sherman in my hand. Yep.
I remember
Peter
that.
Frampton. Yeah, Peter Frampton. Okay.
Wow.
I wonder, I bet you an ashtray like this is probably worth something today.
Oh, I bet. I bet if you check eBay, it's probably like $1,000.
Just my
Oh.
imagination. That was this was a lot of fun. This was kept you consumed a little bit, gave you a little bit of creativity. The Etch a Sketch.
That got me in trouble. I used to draw inappropriate things on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So one of the knobs used to go in left and right, and the other knob went up and down. And the object was to, like, try to draw stuff. And when you made a mistake, you'd have to turn it upside down and shake it, and then you'd lose the whole design and start
Yep.
all over again.
And that was an art form. It took forever to draw something on those things.
Yep. And you hope nobody messed with it after and messed up your Etch a Sketch. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep,
I
the
don't know how
bullies
they
would come
say
up and shake it.
it. Yeah. Or shake. Yep. Just shake it up. So that was like, I bet you they're worth a lot of money too. Like a sleeve of these little tin can,
Wow.
and I remember them being overtaken with cigarette butts. Like, I remember that. And the cigarette butts and the ashes also, like
All
falling
over the
off onto the
table, all over
table.
the
Yeah, it was
floor.
gross. It was gross. Yes, 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 yes. And then in the middle of it all would be some sort of kids park that with the
Yeah.
balls, remember?
McPlayland.
Yep, yep.
Oh my gosh.
Do you remember these? Did you have them in your area? Do you know what
Were
they
those
are?
the slushy
Slush puppies.
slush puppies? That's what it is. I remember they
Cumberland,
had those at Kmart.
really? Cumberland Farms had them. I
I
remember
haven't heard of
Cumberland
that.
Farms. Cumberland Farms is like a gas station store, like a 7-Eleven.
Oh.
Yep,
Yeah, we had
Cumberland.
that in our Kmart, and then we had another store that's kind of like a 7-Eleven called the Quick Stop, and
Right,
they had
right,
those.
right. Yep, 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 yep. That would be it. Or Circle K. Yep, yep,
We don't
yep.
have Circle K here.
Okay. Who made the
Dunkin'
donuts?
Donut.
Where are you going? I'm going to make the donuts. Do you remember
We
that
barely got our
commercial?
first Dunkin' here like about 10 years ago. Growing up, we didn't have one.
So do you remember did you see the commercial where he gets up early in the morning? He's like, I'm going to make the donuts. That was a really
No,
big
I never
commercial.
got to see that. We had Winchell's over here.
Really, because that was a nationwide commercial. That was like Who's got the beef? Show me the beef. Remember that one?
Oh, where's
With
the
the
beef?
where's the beef? Right? Who made the donuts, or not? Who made the donuts? But going to make the donuts. Yeah,
Wow, I feel robbed. We didn't have that here.
yeah. You got to go check that out. That guy was famous for that. Bactine, like that
Oh,
solved everything. Like that was the thing. And the first thing, does it hurt? Does it hurt? Bactine.
yep.
Yeah.
Oh, it won't sting. And then it did.
Yeah. No sting, no stain. Yeah.
That was after you rubbed some dirt on it.
Yep. So
Oh,
these things definitely, like, I don't remember anybody dying on this. But what a
okay. I
bad
broke my
design.
arm.
You
I broke
did?
my arm. I did. I got a
Okay.
broken arm when I was 9.
Well, what happened?
Well, there was
Without
a
being too
child
graphic. Okay.
that weighed twice as much as I did.
Okay.
And it was actually a bully. And they went and they jumped, sat on it while I was already on it. The other kid got off, and the bigger kid got on there and ejected me. I went flying and I landed
Oh,
like
shit.
backwards on my arm.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Had a cast on and everything.
Wow. I'm sorry to hear that.
Hey,
This
but I
one
thought
is,
I was cool with that cast on. Everyone signed it. It was a whole thing.
yeah, those casts back in the day, like they were the white plaster casts, right?
Yep.
So they didn't really have the netting around it where you got a choice of color. It was white and it stunk after a while. It was like cotton
Oh, yeah.
inside, right?
It was
Yeah.
gross.
I had a cast like that for like 2 months. That was like almost a full body cast. It went down, it started up my chest and it went all the way down to my toes, and it kind of went around
Oh,
my hips. And yeah, I couldn't sit. All I could do was lay or stand. And I had
oh
one
my
of those
gosh.
hospital beds that had the thing that you pull up like
With the traction.
no, trapeze that the people have for the
Oh,
trapeze, so that you can at least get out of bed. Because
yeah.
I mean, in order to manipulate myself, I had to have something to hold on to. So I had like this, yeah.
How did you do that?
Well, I dislocated my hip playing football with my brother,
Oh,
and I got the touchdown. I always tell people it's most important to know. I was like 6 years old. He was like 8. I got the touchdown. He tackled me, and like I feel like he didn't get off me quick enough. So I went to pull myself from under him, and I dislocated my hip. What I didn't know, and what you couldn't explain to me, I'm sure at the time, was that my brother had nephritis. So he almost died,
oh
and
wow.
he was on medication for a while after he was cured, but he was on medication, I guess, to rebuild his kidneys.
Okay.
And so the medication made him bloated, and it also made him slower at the time. So his reflexes were kind of slow and stuff. From this is what my mom told me later. And so it, it probably did take him a minute to get off me. But yeah, so that's what happened. And that's how I did that.
Ouch.
And that was in our own backyard. And I did that to myself. And but this thing is a bad design. Look at the slits through it. Like, just waiting for an arm or a leg to go through that. Right?
They would never allow that today.
It's
Never.
a bad design, that. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree. They wouldn't do that.
People would freak out if they saw that.
Do they still have seesaws? I've seen seesaws, right?
I haven't seen any, but not around here anyway.
Okay. Let's
I
see.
think they're not safe enough.
The merry-go-rounds too, like the merry-go-rounds,
Oh
those
yeah.
I don't see those a lot anymore either. Like and that is something that was dangerous for real. Because you tried to spin people off that. Like, I'm
Oh
sorry,
yeah.
but I remember that
That was
game.
the goal.
Right? Exactly, exactly. Now, can you name this show? Do you remember this show?
Oh, Love Connection, Chuck Woolery. I'll be back in
Oh,
2 and 2.
okay. Well, guess what? I thought I was wrong because I thought it was the dating game, but you're right. I think you're absolutely right. I think it is the love connection.
That is the Love Connection.
Yes, you're right. So, what was your favorite game show back in the day show? What was your
Oh man,
favorite game
Price is
show?
Right. All the way Price is Right.
Do you still watch it?
No, not anymore cuz Bob Barker's not there anymore, so it's not fun.
It's Drew Carey. Drew Carey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like Drew Carey. It's not the same. Bob
Right.
Barker was special.
Yeah. Well, he's an institution, isn't he?
Yeah.
My favorite show was Let's Make a Deal with Monty Hall.
Oh, that's a good one. All
Yeah.
the costumes.
Yeah, and they used to be so original, like back in the day when, like they've redone the show, but the original Let's Make a Deal was they had like really cool costumes, you know what I'm
And those
saying?
people like made their own costumes.
Yes,
Like they were all
exactly.
original.
Exactly.
There was no Spirit Halloween.
That's right. So, do you remember these?
Oh yeah. I used to make those.
They had something to do with friendship or something, I thought. No?
Yeah, those are friendship, and you put them usually on your shoelaces.
Okay. I remember seeing them, but I wasn't really sure, but I thought that they had something to do with friendship and stuff.
Yeah, your friends would make them and give them to you, and they were color coded. Like certain friends would have certain color
Oh,
beads.
so it was like a clique. It was a group of, it was for like cliques maybe, so that
Yeah,
people knew. Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
kind of a
Okay. So,
status symbol type thing.
okay. So guys in the comments, tell me, like, which clique were you in? What color was it? How did this shit work? I could see like a Rastafarian thing going on, or maybe an Italian thing with the colors of flags and stuff. That'd be cool. Red, white, and blue and stuff like that. I think this came after, a little bit after my time, I guess.
Yeah, it was more 80s.
Now, this for a fact I did.
Oh, me too.
Yeah. So, but I also remember getting at, I want to say McDonald's or Burger King, one of the restaurants used to give away the book covers. But I was
Yep.
always bad at wrapping shit. Always bad at wrapping stuff.
I was good at it because I made all those remember those little notes you'd pass in class and you had to fold them a certain way?
Like a football. Like,
Yeah.
remember the football game? Yeah.
Yep.
With the little, it'd be like a lazy triangle.
Yep.
Real lazy
Yep.
triangle.
Exactly.
So, yep. Very cool. Very cool. All right. So I remember that. Did you draw on the outside of your book cover?
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know, but I can't really draw. I'm not an artist. I can barely draw a stick person, but I would write things on there like in block letters, I like so and so, or
Oh, okay.
so and so plus so and so.
Okay. So you used to wear your heart on your book cover.
Oh yeah. Everything in Sharpie. I'd write it on my shoes, on my hand, on my book.
Oh, okay. Very cool. Very cool.
Is that a record store?
It is.
Wow.
It is. Now, being from South Florida, we had Peaches. And I remember going to Peaches. That was the largest record store that I'd ever been to. There are Peaches in California, as you know.
I've never seen one. Not over here, but we had the warehouse and we had one called, I think it was called the Yellow Submarine.
Wow. But not a big, like huge store like this.
Well, we had the warehouse that was pretty big, and then we had Sam Goody and Musicland.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
those were in the mall.
Okay. So, what do you think about this? Is all changed. Like you can't find. I haven't seen an album. I mean, like they're just not. You have to order them, obviously, and even CDs. People aren't buying CDs anymore. So
They're
to
just
me,
streaming everything.
yeah, and to me, that definitely has some sort of effect on the music business for sure. It takes away, I think, gatekeepers, which is, I think, great. Also, it also, unfortunately, has taken the art of the album cover away, because the album cover was such a deliberate piece of art back in the day,
and
and
the
I
insert that was inside, they always had some really cool picture with the lyrics on it and all of that stuff that we got.
So that is really sad. That is why I miss it. And I also miss the sound of vinyl warmth, analog type recording.
Yeah, it definitely sounds different. And I feel bad that people can't experience that anymore.
Yeah, it's very hard. It's very hard. When I had my recording studio, I had an analog recording recorder, and I had um the digital one. I had a digital Sony, and the analog one, I want to say it was a Mackie, but no. I, I forget the brand that I had. I'd have to reach out to my engineer from all those years ago and ask him. He would know exactly. He knows. He picked out the gear. He knew the gear better than me. We got it at Guitar Center in on Hallandale Beach Boulevard, man. I remember that shit.
Oh, we had
And
Guitar Center here too.
yeah, but we bought gear from them, like studio gear, professional studio gear, and we bought like I had a drum set, an electrical drum set, and an acoustic drum set, so people didn't have to bring their own. A lot of times
Oh,
they'd bring
wow.
their own. Yeah, a lot of times they'd bring their own snare because they had very specific snares. Sometimes they wanted to bring their own kit, but usually they were grateful. Yeah. So, but uh I just can't believe that yes, you could do so much now, even at home. And we see that I always said that the greatest song was being written in somebody's garage as we were speaking, you know.
Yep.
And now there isn't the gatekeepers, and the gatekeepers, that's a mess when you've got people trying to control creativity. And I'm so glad that now somebody with talent could get online and put themselves out there, and people can appreciate them, and they have their own autonomy. You know what I'm saying?
They don't
I
have to
love
wait
that.
for somebody else to push them. They can just put
Exactly.
themselves out there and
They can dictate their own destiny. They can have they can they can have their own say about their own future, about their own creativity. They don't have to be a sellout.
yeah, exactly. They have control over their own, you know, art.
Right. There's a guy that I've been following for a long time. His name is Josiah, and the name of his band is Josiah and the Bonnevilles. And I've been following him for a long time, and I really like his stuff. And he uh, has done it on his own. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of them. The Lumineers, I know that they're very big now, but I saw the Lumineers a few times, and the first time I saw them, they were opening up for Brandy Carlisle in a very small, like considered where they are today, a very small like auditorium. And um, you know, I think that they're able to do what they want to do. I don't know how. Like now, one of them lives in California, or well, I'm sorry, one of them lives on in the western part of this country, and the other one lives in Italy. And back in the day when you had to, you were so committed to the business aspect that artists weren't really enjoying their lives. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
they were really only making money on at their concerts, not on their record sales. And now they can put their stuff up online if they want to, and charge $1 for each download, and they'd be making more money and doing
Yep.
a lot less work.
Like they can get paid for the streams like on Spotify or Apple
Exactly,
Music,
exactly. I
which
agree.
means we get to
Yeah,
hear more talent, not just who the industry chooses to show us.
exactly. And who radio stations are going to take money to pay to play, or have some sort of political agenda about it. When I say political, I just mean like a hierarchy or something within
Yep.
music
The
industry.
gatekeepers.
Exactly. Yep.
Yep.
Do you remember this was
Oh my
obviously
gosh.
before microwave popcorn, folks.
Yes. And you
It
melt the
was
butter
pretty
in the
good.
little thing on the top.
Yep. It was pretty good, except that it flew everywhere. The
Yep.
popcorn flew everywhere. It'd catch a good wind and end up in another state.
Yep. Oh, that's funny.
And
I
look,
had I Mine
go
malfunctioned and it used to like shoot popcorn out of the side because the
ahead.
lid like melted and it didn't fit right. It was yeah, my mom wasn't happy.
Um, so, and it says renting movies, and this was fire. So renting movies like that would be like a Blockbuster or one of the local mom and
Yep.
pops video stores and stuff. Another business that no longer exists from streaming, and that's fine. We don't have to really wait for anything
We also
anymore.
don't get
Go
late fees
right,
or
be kind,
surcharge for
rewind.
not rewinding.
Right, right, right. But also, going there, that was exciting too. You know what I mean? Like that was cool too. But that sometimes you'd go there for one movie in specific or in particular, and the
They're
movie would
out.
be gone. Yep, exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's fun.
But I watched some of the best movies that weren't like big name movies, just little ones, because they were out of what I went there for. So I just picked something else up and it turned out to be really good.
Right. So what can one of those movies stand out in your head?
You know what? I even though I went to the theater at midnight every Friday to watch Rocky Horror, the first time
Right.
I ever saw it, I was a young teenager and I rented it because it was under they were out of the movie I went there for, and it was under like the employee suggestion box or whatever. And it was
Rocky
sitting there
Horror?
so I just picked it up and watched it for the first time.
And I've watched Rocky Horror without audience interaction. Did you like it? I guess you did.
Oh, I did. And then I ended up going every Friday night at midnight, like for years, and I
Wow.
participated. I love that. That's
Wow.
one of my favorite movies ever.
The Rocky Horror Picture Show. I love Tim Burton not Tim Burton, Tim Murray
Tim
from
Curry.
that. Yep.
Yeah.
And Susan Sarandon, man, come on.
Oh,
Janet.
yeah.
Janet.
And Meatloaf.
Yep. Yep. Meatloaf. Tragic Meatloaf.
Damn it, Janet.
Yep. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, I remember going to see Rocky Horror Picture Show. Yeah.
I used to dress up and bring all the things to throw, the toast, and
the hot dogs and
yep.
the toilet paper.
Those were the days. I wish they'd bring that back. I would still to this day go. I would go.
Yeah, they do sometimes they have or they had, I don't know if they have because I haven't been there in a while or past there. They had it in a little theater in upstate New York. But I don't remember. I think they had it once a month or something. But that was a while ago. I don't know if they still have it. It's
The only
hard.
thing I catch here is like a reenactment, like the local theater will do it, but it's not the same.
Right. Yeah, no, it was a great movie. And I went just okay. So I stayed in the hotel where the Time Warp was filmed, and I actually ate in the dining room where the Time Warp was filmed, and it was by Windsor Castle. You'd
Oh,
have to look
wow.
it up. Yep. You'd have to look up the hotel that you'd be able to know where they filmed the Time Warp. It will tell you. And it was right outside of Windsor, or even no, it was outside of Windsor, in a hotel that used to be a studio where they filmed the Time Warp. And there was another thing that they filmed too. But the Time Warp, yep. So that was
Very
cool.
cool.
That was really cool. Very cool is right. And that was neat because Richard O'Brien, the guy that wrote that, he played the Igor. What was his name?
Um, uh, oh, my brain.
He
I
played
can't remember.
yeah, he played the guy who took care of Frankenstein. The guy.
Yeah.
And he's the one that wrote it. And I just think that what a creative. It took him a long time. And it took him a long time for that to catch on. I think that I want to say they first, and I could be wrong, but something tells me that they first released it like as a matinee, and that didn't fly. And then somebody had the idea to release it as a midnight movie, and it took off. And that was, yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. I liked it when I first saw it. And I mean, without the theater, just watching it at home, I thought it was awesome.
The songs are fucking great, in my opinion. I love the songs.
Yeah.
Love the songs.
And I love a musical.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of musicals, but I have to say I loved this one. I did. I loved it. And you know what else I loved that I just saw recently? Um, was Book of Mormon. If you ever get the chance to go see Book of Mormon, that was a fantastic musical. Very funny, very edgy. Surprised that the Mormons didn't come and shut that down, to be honest with you.
I liked Little Shop of Horrors. That was a pretty good musical.
I did see that, but I fell asleep. I don't know. I usually fall asleep in musicals. My friends get pissed, but yeah,
Well, you're either into them or you're not. You know what I mean? It's not
yeah,
for everybody.
yeah, absolutely. So here we go. I'm trying to hold this still. The Rubik's Cube. What did it do? Did you ever figure it out?
Okay, for the life of me, I couldn't ever could not solve one of those, and I even peeled the stickers off to make it look like I did. I was not good at that, and I think I chucked a few in the garbage, if I'm being honest.
Okay. So another little tidbit of information, senseless information, a little bit of trivia. Those people that are Justin Bieber fans, Justin Bieber can knock any of these out. Like I've seen him do them. He's not even looking at the shit half the time.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, I've seen people do those really fast, and I'm like, I can sit there for 8 hours, and no, it's not happening.
Yeah. Well, Justin Bieberette, no lie. And I like Justin. Justin Bieber. He he's very good at it. I watched him with that. He's also surprised me. He's a lot more talented than I gave him credit for, and he's a virtuoso. I mean, um he's very talented at and very comfortable with
One of those really well-rounded people that can do
many
everything.
many instruments. Yeah, and he does like hockey, he's good, skating, he's good, basketball, he's good. He is one of those people. And with musical instruments, yeah, and the gift he has for what goes on in his head that he can translate onto a recording is amazing, in my opinion.
Wow.
And he's got a really nice voice. I mean, he really does have a good voice. Okay, so which which game was it when you were youngin?
Okay, well, this one's a little more difficult and complicated because my dad, for a living, he did pinball and arcade machines. So I played all of those a lot.
So which one was your favorite?
Oh gosh. Maybe either Pac-Man or Space Invaders.
Okay, cool beans, cool beans. My dad had a Miss Pac-Man that was the table one.
Oh yeah,
It was
cocktail
an
table
arcade
version.
one. It was an arcade one because you had to put money in it, but they rigged it so that you don't. But it was an arcade one, and it was a Miss Pac-Man, and you just sat down and played it. It was on the
Yes, with
horizontal.
the glass top and all that.
Yep, yep. And my favorite game was this one right here, Android. I think this was called.
Look, kind of
Or
looks like Space Invaders.
no, Space Invaders. I thought Space Invaders had those had like those ghouls. They look like ghouls. These are flying things.
Yeah, that actually does look like Space Invaders. They had
Okay,
the
then
little
I bet
aliens.
you're probably right, and I'm wrong because my dad didn't. He just had Miss Pac-Man.
My dad did that for a living. He used to move all the machines around to different like bars and convenience stores, and he'd swap them around, and we'd go right around every day and collect all the quarters.
Very cool. Well, I like this game because some of this stuff would fly off and you'd have to shoot it.
Yep.
But I also like chess, like or backgammon. Like I'll play those games whether it be virtually or with
I
people.
remember backgammon. That's kind of like
Yeah,
a lost art form. That was actually a pretty good game, and people sort of forgot about it.
yeah. I remember they used to have backgammon clubs in the 70s. I'm
Yeah,
serious.
I remember that. They would take turns and go to each other's house and like have little tournaments.
They'd actually have like clubs that you could go to and play backgammon and have drinks and stuff. Like it would be like a bar that also would feature backgammon or something. I remember that. Okay. So I don't know why these are going so fast.
Oregon Trail, you have dysentery.
I never played the Oregon Trail.
Oh, I
Um,
did.
so the Atari and so that is that. So what year would the Oregon Trail would have been from?
Oh, that was like 1985, if I had to guess.
Boy, have games come a long way, huh?
Oh, a very long way.
And
That's,
that's another thing that really, except for the like adult things like Dave and Buster's, which I don't even know how good they are, how well they're doing.
I've
The
never been in
mall,
one of those. We have one here, but I've never been in there.
the malls have like disappeared in a lot of this country, and the arcade games as well. And another thing that has turned, you know what I mean, like
Or well, the arcade
the
used to be
arcade
like the
used to be
hangout.
really important. Exactly. It was exactly. And now people are playing things virtually and they're not making that connection. They're not dropped off at the mall because again, most of the malls, not most of the malls, but a great deal of malls are closing down. And
Yeah, they're
it,
gone.
yeah, so as far as people hanging out, like remember the movies that we watched when I was growing up, like Fast Times at Ridgemont High, or
Yep.
so I'm not really sure what this is, so we'll get past this.
I don't know what that is. Foxy, quiet.
So we just talked about this stuff, so that was
Yep.
funny. Yeah. Oh, the roller skating rink. Okay, so was that something that you did? Was the roller
Absolutely.
okay? So I just talked about this in one of my videos, believe it or not. I talked about this in one of my videos where I asked the listeners what was it that they what song was playing when they would go skating. And did you inline skate or did you skate this way? This was the way I skated.
We only had the four-wheel ones.
So like this, right?
Yeah, regular roller
Yeah.
skates.
Right, right. Okay, so cool. So what was the song that like what song did they always play for the song that everybody skated to and the slow song that everybody skated to? Do you remember? And I
Oh
love skee
gosh.
ball. Skee ball is in the background there, and I love skee ball. Skee ball is one of my favorite games too.
Oh, that was fun. Um, they always played The Hustle for some reason. That was
Okay,
like the
cool, cool.
thing.
Do the hustle. Do, 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 do. Well, everybody did. I
Yep.
remember that. I'm doing it now.
Yep. And the
Um.
hokey pokey. They always did the hokey pokey at the end of the night.
Okay. Okay. And what about the slow song?
Oh gosh. I am trying to remember. I think it was Madonna. What was it called? Crazy for You. I think that was the song they always
I'm
played.
crazy for you, baby. That's a great song. I love that song.
Yep.
And Borderline. I love Borderline too.
Oh
Um.
yeah.
So the it was a Barry Manilow song. Like it was always it was Mandy was like a big song. I Write the
Yep.
Songs was like a big song. Copacabana was a big song. There was another song that he did. Oh God, another one of his hits. So he was really big. And I want to say that Billy Joel was it Billy Joel? Maybe no, it wasn't Billy Joel. That would have been before.
I think Billy Joel, that was
Yeah.
a little bit before my time in the beginning, but then in the 80s he came out with Keeping the Faith, and that's when I first like heard Billy Joel.
Right. Yeah. No, I think this was before Billy Joel, but it was. I don't remember if it was. I don't remember who it was. Uh, but I remember it definitely being. Um, it was definitely ah Barry Manilow and somebody else at the time. I want to say it could have been like the Journey or a Starship, Jefferson Airplane, or
Oh yeah.
one of those. Like it was a power ballad or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, anyway, but Barry Manilow was definitely all over at that point, singing all those songs. So that was pretty cool at the time. ABBA, like that was
Oh yeah.
fun. ABBA was a
Always
lot
at
of
the skating
fun.
rink with ABBA. Always.
Dancing Queen, like that was a great song. Come on, Waterloo, that was a great song.
Yep.
Always
Yep.
upbeat, ABBA. Always upbeat. Cool. Okay, so wait a minute. That was, I think, a drive-in. Do you and I was watching, there's a great, if anybody's interested who's listening to this, there is a great little documentary on one of the free channels about the drive-ins, and they go to all these drive-ins that have just reopened and stuff. And did you have a drive-in? Do you have a drive-in? Have you ever been to a drive-in? Please answer the questions.
Yes, yes, I have many times. In fact, when I was a kid, the house I grew up in, we lived right across the street from a drive-in, and one of the screens was facing our house, and my dad rigged a speaker up so that we could watch free
Ooh,
movies on the porch.
my goodness. Oh my goodness. And did you have popcorn?
Oh, of course.
Very
Out of
cool.
that
That is
popcorn
so
machine that you showed earlier.
cool. That's very, very cool. So we had drive-ins too, and it's funny because they were by the by the airport. No
Oh my
joke.
gosh.
It was actually called the airport drive-in. And then it was a couple screens, and then it became four screens, and then like the last time I was there, it was like 12 or 16 screens.
Wow. Ours had
And
4. They called it the quadruplex.
okay, very cool. Is it still open?
Oh no. No, they
Okay.
replaced it with an actual like sit down movie theater.
Okay. Well, they in I don't know if that place in Florida is still open, but this documentary it showed like there's a lot of places that still have, even some places in Maine, believe it or not. And they because they were worried about the fog coming in. The fog comes in
Oh, I
yeah,
forgot.
yeah, it's pretty cool. But yeah, I remember this. And I remember as a young adult, I was 16, so I wasn't even an adult. I remember the kids getting in the trunk of the
Oh yeah.
car.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, to save money. Yeah, we
Yep.
used to cram
Yep.
people in the trunk and go in.
Yep.
The car's like scraping the ground because it's so heavy.
Yep.
In the
We did
station
that.
wagon.
I had a Mustang Grand. I had a Mustang Grand, and I think I had like some twins in the back seat. I mean, not in the back seat, in the trunk. And that would have been my ninth grade math teacher's kids at the time. Okay, so the places that so when you used to go out at night, if you did, and you would it'd be 2 o'clock in the morning. I wanted breakfast. Like we would go and eat breakfast.
Yep.
Did you do that? And so we went to I like the Denny's was like one of my favorite places to go at that
Yep.
time. Denny's I think sucks now.
Yeah, it does. But we used to go to Denny's, or we had another 24-hour one called Golden West.
Okay, I've never heard of it, but okay.
It's like a Denny's.
We had like a Wags, which was like a Denny's, and Shoney's. I think not Shoney's not so close to me, but Denny's and IHOP and
Oh, we have
Howard
IHOP.
Johnson's and Howard Johnson's. They're not even the same anymore. Ugh.
And we had a Bob's Big Boy.
Oh yeah, I like Bob's Big Boy. But
Yep.
we didn't have them by me. When we travel, we go to Bob's Big Boy because they're pretty reliable for as far as
They're not
food
open
goes.
anymore, but we had one here and it had a big old statue in the front of the
A Bob.
Bob with his plate of hamburgers, and it was a big controversy in my town because somebody stole the statue.
Did they get it back?
Yeah, they got it back, but it was all over the news and the newspaper. It was a big deal.
Wow. Wow. Okay, so let's go to okay, so we went through this. Do you remember? Okay, I love this brand, OP.
OP.
And OP was something, and I used to wear like the pleated jeans as well.
Okay, I still have a pair of those fold over pleated jeans and I still wear them.
Okay, very cool. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, I see that on your TikTok that
Yep.
you definitely dress uh in
I'm
the
stuck in the
fashion of
80s.
the day.
I'm
Yeah,
stuck in the 80s, and I'm
absolutely.
good with that.
That's cool. That's cool beans. Um, so yep, I used to wear those two. And I used to my one of my favorite pairs of jeans were like they were Levi's. They were Levi's big, but I was really small. But they fit, they were so comfortable, they were so thin, and they had though the zipper and the button and everything was in the front. In the back, they had like this fake like uh belt thing in the back. It was
Oh
weird.
yeah.
Yeah, I loved them. Like they were cool. And I also used to wear a pair of I remember wearing a pair of jeans that would button on both sides, like in the front on both sides.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I had a
I was
pair that had a
fashionable.
zipper all the way around.
Yeah, I used to be fashionable back in the day, not so much anymore. Now it's all about comfort. Damn.
Yeah. Nothing better than a pair of sweatpants, in my opinion.
I just have jeans on. I could use a pair of sweatpants, but I just have jeans on right now. So the OPs, right?
That was big over here because I live on the by the ocean. So
Right. And this you would buy at like a surf shop, right? That would be the brand you would buy them on at a surf
yep.
shop usually.
And
Now
we are
there's
tons of surf shops over here, tons of them.
they were expensive, right? I mean, for right,
Very, very
you can buy them at
expensive.
Walmart now. The OP brand, I think, is sold at Walmart now. Did you know that?
Really?
I think so. I think so. You
Holy
could look it
crap.
up. I think
That's
so.
crazy.
Oops, let me see. So this, so did Chuck Taylors? Did you wear
Oh
Chuck?
yeah. I still have some.
I have Chucks too. This looks like light pink.
I had I had all kinds of them, but right now I have the black and white checkered ones
Okay.
and black ones with blue flames.
Oh, very cool. I have a pair of green ones if I still have them, and I have a pair of Vans. So I might not
Oh,
have
I love
the
Vans.
green ones anymore, but I have the neon checkered Vans.
Yep. I remember the checkered Vans.
There's not,
Everybody had those.
there's not a lot of support. Well, it's my first pair, to be honest with you. There's not a lot of support in either one of the shoes we're talking about.
No, none.
Did you have a boom box?
I had that exact boom box, as a matter of fact.
Really?
Yep.
Very cool. So this was the smaller one. I remember the bigger ones.
Yeah, it had a shoulder strap too.
Wow. Wow.
Yep,
That's funny.
a rainbow shoulder strap.
That's so funny. And we thought, wow, how good can it get? Wow, how lucky are we? Do you see all we've seen thus far in our lives with everything we're
So
just
much.
seeing here and the technology and everything? That is it's amazing, isn't it?
It is. I mean, we've seen everything. Everything.
I agree. We can order something and get it tomorrow from Amazon. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Like some people who I know who live in Florida can get same day Amazon stuff. It's crazy.
Yep. And back then we had to like order it out of the catalog at J.C. Penney's and like go pick it
Radio
up 4
Shack
weeks
or
later.
Radio Shack, right? Or Radio
Radio
Shack.
Shack. Yep.
Crazy. Absolutely nuts. Okay, so this was do you remember it?
I lived for MTV. That was everything.
Let's say I want my
My MTV.
MTV. Yep, absolutely.
I remember watching the premiere when it first came on for the very, very first time.
It was Take on Me, wasn't it?
It was Video Killed the Radio Star.
Oh, but wasn't the first? So why was Take on Me like the biggest thing? Because it went from color to black and white to color.
Yeah,
Remember?
because they
Uh
used
huh.
real life with animation for the first
Okay,
time.
okay. Oh, the infusion hybrid. They went hybrid.
Yep.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, you're right. It was Video Killed the Radio Star. That's right. The irony. And
Yep.
now, to be honest with you, there is no I Want My MTV, or is there VH1, right? Except I
Nope.
think that MTV, it's they don't
It's
play
still
music.
around, but
They
they
don't
just
play
play like,
music.
yeah, exactly. They just play like these stupid reality shows and
Yeah,
dumb
they
stuff.
play. So yeah, but I thought that was great. But now I can see where people want to put their own video out there. They will go ahead and put their own video out there anymore. Just
Yeah.
like we were talking about, people putting their own music out there. Oh,
Yeah,
so
well, it's
hang
easy.
on. Okay, do you remember? Let me ask you this. I think music is still eclectic. Do you? I wonder how many of these albums I have. There's Bon Jovi. So you had that, Madonna, Michael Jackson, AC/DC. You had all of these, Talking
All of
Heads,
them. All of them.
U2, Guns N' Roses, Bruce Springsteen's. Did you see the new Bruce Springsteen movie with Jeremy Allen White?
Not yet. Not yet. I'm going to, though.
I did. I saw it. It was pretty good. It was pretty good.
Wow, I had
Um,
most of those tapes there. In
Fleetwood Mac,
excess.
George
Ooh,
Michael, Peter Gabriel, The Smiths, David
all of
Bowie.
it. Yep. In excess, I see.
Yep.
I loved In Excess.
Journey. Yeah, it's
Journey.
too bad.
Yeah.
It's too bad about In Excess. Yep. Tracy
Yeah.
Chapman, Billy Joel. We're just talking Sonic Youth. Yep.
I think the only one of
Crazy.
those that I didn't like was Tracy Chapman. I didn't care for her too much.
Really.
Yeah. I mean, I like that song Fast Car, but that was about it.
I understand. I understand. I like her voice though. I do like her voice.
Yeah, she had a good voice. I don't know, something about the music wasn't doing it for me.
Did you have a Walkman?
I did.
I did
Wow.
too. I did too. And at this point, you thought it can't get any better. Now it's lighter. I'm not sharing music with the whole wide world, right?
Yep. Well, I had a transistor radio before the Walkman even came out. I used to like duct tape it to my bicycle handlebars.
uh, and you always got AM stations better than the FM ones.
Yep. Yep.
So we've witnessed, right?
Yep.
For sure, for
Yep.
sure.
I was in 7th grade science class. They had the TV. The teacher dragged the TV out so we could watch it. He didn't know what was going to happen. And we didn't really realize what had happened until we looked over at our teacher and his face was ghost white.
Right, right. I don't think a lot of people understood what happened until they saw the reaction of people.
Yep.
So, yep. And these are the fallen
And there
on
was
the
a
calendar.
teacher.
Right.
Yeah, I will
Yep.
never forget that ever, ever.
I remember the Berlin Wall coming down, and I
I remember
remember,
that. I
and
remember
I
David Hasselhoff singing on the wall.
oh, I don't remember that. I remember them physically taking the wall down like that. And I remember We Are the World. I remember this.
Oh,
Live
yes.
Aid. Live Aid was amazing. He was amazing.
Farm
He,
Aid.
yep. They still have Farm Aid, don't they?
I don't know. We might.
I don't. I don't know either. And the movies were iconic and life changing.
Oh, E.T. I saw that at the drive-in.
Great movie. Great movie. Movies that inspire.
That was the first time I ever saw my dad cry, was during E.T.
Really?
Yep.
Do you remember this movie?
Oh, yeah.
Say Anything? Right?
Oh, gosh. That that image says so much. I mean, everyone knows what anyone from the 80s knows
Right.
exactly what that is.
That's correct. That's correct. Correct.
It's funny, I'm working on a video right now about Pretty in Pink.
I was just watching that. I was just watching that.
That dress
And
was horrible.
I ran into another like little piece of trivia. I was in London uh on in an elevator going to my floor with my dad and his wife at the time and her daughter. And when we walked into the elevator, I looked at two people in the elevator, and I looked again and I said, 16 can I screamed 16 candles.
Ah,
And then I went pretty in pink, and he went yes. And it was Harry Dean Stanton, and
oh my
I
gosh.
didn't realize that he was in a band. He was in a band, Rye Cooter, right? He was in a band, I think, called Rye Cooter, and that's how um uh my dad's wife's daughter knew who he was, but I didn't know that.
I didn't
But
know that.
anyway, he invited us up to like the bar area for pictures and an autograph, and we took advantage of that. And just
Oh,
for a
very
moment,
cool.
yeah, yeah, he was a really nice guy, really nice guy. So yeah, so that was
Awesome.
cool. But I had a good time with this. I hope that you had a good time with this.
Oh, absolutely. I love remembering stuff that I forgot all about. A lot of it.
Well, we grew up 10 years apart, but we were able to at least have memories, because I think that there were good times that happened to me 10 years apart from when there were, in real time. So while you're reflecting on what your 10 years look like, I'm reflecting on what my 10 years look like. So your 80s, you're how old in the 80s?
I was born in 74, so I'm 51.
Yeah, right. So no, so in the 80s you were like 15, 16, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So, and I'm 10 years older or 9 years older, but still the music and such, and some of the movies and such, I can totally relate to. It's just, it's, you know what I mean? Even though
Yeah, there's
10
an
years
overlap.
difference, there's still a connection, and it mostly has to do with art, right?
Yep.
So,
Yep. The music, the movies, the culture, everything.
yeah. So what was we'll end on this. What was the thing that you used to bring to school that they banned from bringing to school? So some people had the clackers, some people went through like this candy period where they would bring like the Jolly Rancher sticks. Some
Mine
people had
was the
yo-yos, the yo-yo period, the this new thing, what do they have now? Like the flicker thing, or what is it?
oh fidget
The
spinners.
fidget spinners, yeah. So what is it? Uh would
My
you have?
band item
Yeah.
was the slap bracelets.
Oh, I remember those. I remember
The
those. I remember
teachers
those.
got sick of hearing those things go smack.
Right. Right. I remember that. We had the clackers, and because those are dangerous. And I
I still have
remember
some.
I remember when they told us we couldn't bring yo-yos to school anymore. So,
Oh.
just hitting people, trying to do around the world, and we'd hit somebody or something. Anyway,
Clackers too. I still have a set of those.
yeah, they're still friggin' just as dangerous, in my opinion.
That makes them awesome.
Well, thank you again for coming on the show, and I will go ahead and put a link to your channel below. And I had a good time talking to you. It's always nice to catch up.
Oh, thanks, Toddy. I love catching up.
All right, we'll take care and we'll keep in touch.
All righty.
Okay,
Bye
bye bye.
bye.
Bye.